and help them all. You're so far away. Yeah, you're so far away. Yeah, you're so far away. Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. So we really did something inside that's right and it's so easy living you. Your life, you got something. You look so unhappy, and I feel like and it's too late, baby, now it's too late. So we really did try to make it. Something inside that's right, and I can't hide it, I just can't make it. Oh, no,
Hello, hello. How is everyone today? I know you can't answer me. I'm just going to go ahead and share my slides. I'm not one for hanging around and waiting too long, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Just 1 second, got to work out what I'm doing here. Okay, cool. Can you just let me know in the comments if you can see my slides? I'll see whether I can. Comments. I feel like they've changed this. Yay! Thanks, guys. Awesome work. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me on my webinar, Leave 2018 you behind. I actually had someone email me and they thought that I had got the title round, Leave 2018 Behind You, but actually this is how I wanted it to be. So we really are looking at how to leave those mindset wobbles that you've got in 2018. So the 2018, the bits that you weren't so happy about, that you behind. So thank you so much for being here. So my name is Anthea Cutler. I am recently a hypnotherapist, mindset coach, and NLP practitioner. And essentially, I used to work as a rehab counsellor, helping injured workers get back to work. And then I experienced postnatal anxiety around 2.5 years ago with the birth of my baby daughter. And hypnotherapy really allowed me to get back to being me. So I've got a husband, Jim, a daughter, Nola, and a dog, Lacey. And yeah, that's essentially how I got into hypnotherapy, NLP, and EFT tapping. And I just think mind training is so amazing. So a little bit about you. You might be beyond startup in your business. I know I've also got a few people here outside of business, and that's totally fine. All the principles are the same. You've been aware of some mindset wobbles in 2018. You understand that your mindset is important to your business results, and you know how you would like to feel about your business in 2019. So about today, basically I'm going to go through some mindset issues, how to let go of some of those mindset wobbles that have occurred for you in 2018, how to really embody the you that you need to become in order for 2019 to look and feel different, and how to go even deeper still. So what's happening for you right now? I just want you to sort of check in with yourself and reflect back on 2018 and how it has been for you. Do you feel like you've had a really good year? Has it been everything that you wanted it to be? Is there anything that you want to leave behind? So some common mindset behaviours. This is really as a result of people that I have worked with. So there's often a procrastination instead of actually doing the next big thing on your list, whether it's a big launch, a price rise, or your next webinar or course creation, you find yourself procrastinating. So even though clients are walking through your door, you may doubt that they're going to continue to come. So you've seen this steady increase in your business, and it could even be in your mindset, but you're still doubting that those clients are going to come through your door. So you're really essentially doubting that your strategy is working. So you may also be avoiding the little things that you know are so important, such as Facebook Lives, video blogs, newsletters, etc. And another thing that might be happening for you is your business income has been steadily growing, and yet instead of continuing to do the thing that works, you keep getting distracted by all the other shiny things that you want later down the track, or that might just grow your business faster. You might also be waiting to be in the right mood until you do certain activities. So waiting to wake up feeling motivated to do that next big thing on your list, waiting to wake up feeling confident. So how to let go of your mindset blocks. I'm going to share some of these things with you today. And I'm going to talk a little bit about passive versus active mindset strategies before I launch into this. So there are obviously so many different activities in life. And I'm calling them passive, but they might not feel passive. And they're beautiful mindset strategies to support your mindset through life and through business. And they could be anything from exercise to meditation to dancing to walking the dog to going swimming to, it could be a range of things. But what I'm really looking at here are the advanced mindset strategies. So the ones that I have learned and I teach to my clients that really let you go there. They really let you upgrade your mindset quickly so that you can really get good results. So we're going to go through an emotional release visualization for stuck emotions and limiting beliefs. We're going to go through an activity that's called negative thought transfer. Now, when I use this with my clients, it feels a bit weird and clunky, but this one was actually the biggest saving thing for my postnatal anxiety. I remember having done my diploma in modern psychology, and I called up my trainer, this was at the end of last year, and I said, I feel like I'm not in a good enough place to be able to teach other people this stuff. I'm having like the residual anxiety, like even though I've come so far, this residual anxiety is really hanging about for me, and it's terrifying because maybe I'll never be able to get through it. And he came back to this technique and also EFT tapping and said, well, have you been doing the things? And it was a real reminder for me that when you're in those periods that are really difficult in your life, in your business, you've got to do the things. You can't just know about the things. You've got to do the things in order to be able to pull you out of that thing, out of that place, out of that emotional state. So we will look at the negative thought transfer, and then we'll look at some EFT tapping, and then I'll talk about what types of things you can expect when you intensively work with a practitioner on your mindset, or the types of things that I do. So, emotional release visualization. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to get a sense of the last time that you felt really stressed. So just go ahead, and obviously don't do this if you're driving. Just go ahead and get a sense of the last time that you were feeling really stressed. And I want you to rate it out of 10 for me. So how big does it feel? 0 being not big at all, and 10 being the biggest an emotion can feel for you. And so now that you've rated out of 10, I want you to really do a body scan and check in with your body. And where do you feel this emotion in your body? Which part of your body is it sitting in? Most commonly, we often feel it in our chest, our heads, or our stomachs, but it could be anywhere. I've had it in my hands and my wrists. I've had people have it in their arms or their legs, in their head, all different places. So now that you've got a sense of where that emotion is coming from, in your imagination, I want you to imagine a big window or door and putting that big window or door over the top of that sensation in your body. So if it's in your chest, you put the big window or door over the top of your chest. If it's in your head, you put the big window or door over the top of your head, etc., etc. And I want you to really do this exercise as though you're a 10-year-old. You've got a really good imagination. You don't need to be able to see it clearly. I just want you to get a sense of putting a big window or door over the top of that sensation. Now I want you to open that big window or door up nice and wide and check in with the emotion. Does it have a colour? If it were to have a colour, what colour would it be? And then in your imagination, I want you to visualise that sensation, that colour, leaving your body now. Watching it leave through that window or door now. Some people like to imagine it's like helium balloons. Other people like it's dust or smoke, and other people like something more like slime. You just do whatever works for you, with no expectations or judgment. Watching that emotional sensation leave your body now. Letting it all go now, giving it permission to leave your body now, with no expectations or judgment. Watching it leave your body now. And now just check in with that sensation. What colour would it be if you could give it a colour now? That's it. And then just continuing to do that exercise with that colour for me, opening that big window or door nice and wide, and really letting it out now. That's it. Good job. And then just checking in with that sensation and rating it again out of 10. How strong does it feel now? Beautiful work. Good job. And even if you didn't get a release, most people will. I think 90% of people would get a release in such a short exercise. But even if you didn't, sometimes it just takes a little bit of practice. And these techniques I'm really passionate about, because in today's society, we are not really taught what to do with our emotions. And so this gives us a really distinct tool in the moment when a big emotion comes up, and you can do it with any emotion. What can you do with it? Cool, so we'll move on to the next one, and this one's called the negative thought transfer. I've just named it. If anyone can think of a better name, send it through, because I feel like a cheeky name with this one could be good. So now the thing with women is that we can really get caught up in our heads. Men to a certain extent too, but negative thoughts for women can be like, it's quite a thing. And I work with all different women. I work with women who have anxiety. I work with women who have emotional blocks. And then I work with very confident women who have very established businesses, who from the outside, you wouldn't see that they had any problems. And then working with them, I've realized we are all the same. Some people just have more to release than others. So I want you to get a sense of the last time that you had these negative thoughts. Just really go back to the last time, or one of the last times, when you were thinking really negatively. And now I want you can close your eyes if you like. I want you to point to where these thoughts are coming from. So for me, they're coming from this part of my brain. The front part of my brain. You don't need to open your eyes. Where are they coming from for you? I know this sounds weird, but if you could pretend where they were coming from, where would they be coming from? That's it. And so now that you've got those thoughts there, I want you to, in your imagination, I want you to turn down the volume of those thoughts. Really imagine yourself turning down the volume of those thoughts. And just start to get curious. What do you notice? Can you think them anymore? Can you still think them, but they're quieter? Some people notice that they don't have as much power. And now that you've done that, I want you to, in your imagination, I want you to move the thoughts to a different part of your brain. You may even like to do what I just did, which is pick up the thoughts and move them to a different part of your brain. It does not matter where you move them to. That's it. Might take some time for you to execute, but I want you to really do this activity as though you're a 10-year-old with your imagination, moving the thoughts to a different part of your brain. And just get curious again. What do you notice? Can you think them? So this is an amazing technique, and can really be used with people who are quite ill. So with my previous anxiety, I had obsessional thoughts, and they were pretty bloody awful. And so this technique, the negative thought transfer technique, was amazing for me. And it's almost like a pattern interrupt. So your brain has a certain patterning, and certain neural pathways in your brain are very well developed. And so the behaviors, thinking is a behavior, and they can be really well formed sort of neural pathways, even though they're negative thoughts. And so this really is like a pattern interrupt. It's like deactivating a bomb, except you're not going to explode. Or I can't think of another analogy, but you get the gist. Yeah, you get the gist. Anyway, so it's really, really powerful technique. And essentially the most common feedback that I get from this technique is, oh, I feel nothing. Not even I feel good, not even I feel bad, but I feel nothing. And so I think it's like a beautiful way of neutralizing whatever is going on with the negative thoughts. And negative thoughts often cause these big emotions. So if we can pattern interrupt the negative thoughts, then the emotions won't be the next step. Okay, so now we're going to do some EFT tapping. So it's emotional freedom technique, otherwise known as EFT or tapping, and it's developed by Roger Callahan, a psychologist, in 1980. And it was developed for a patient with a severe phobia of water. So research shows that tapping assists with a range of different issues, including stress, anxiety, phobias, emotional problems, pain, addiction, weight loss. But when we use them for business, it's most often we're using them for any unprocessed emotions and limiting beliefs. Tapping therapy is based on the combined principles of ancient Chinese acupressure and modern psychology. And so essentially you're tapping with the fingertips, either 2 or 3 on specific meridian points. So it looks a little bit like this, but I'll take you through an exercise of the body while focusing on negative emotions or physical sensation, helping to calm the nervous system, rewire the brain to respond in healthier ways, and restore the body's balance of energy. So it can really be used with such a wide variety of people. It can be used when people are in deep psychological stress, or it can be used with people who are trying to improve their performance, which is what we're often doing in business. So I am going to go ahead and stop sharing so that you can see me. Hello, hello. Cool. So essentially, I just want you to copy me. Even though it feels too hard, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though it feels too hard, I deeply love and accept myself. Some days it just feels all too bloody hard. I feel like none of my clients want to hear what I say. There is too much to do. In order to double my income, I'm going to need to work twice as hard. I can't work twice as hard. I'm already working my ass off. What if people don't see the value in my work? What if my whole business falls apart? How come she had a 10K month? How did she do it so quickly? I feel so overwhelmed. So overwhelmed. I'm not good enough. I know I'm good enough, I just don't feel good enough. I feel anxious. I feel nervous. Like there isn't enough time in the day. But I choose to start letting this go. Letting go of all of this. Letting go of my limiting beliefs. Letting go of my unprocessed emotions. Look at me go. I'm doing it now. And then taking in 2 deep breaths. So that was just a script I made up on some pretty heavy, probably the heaviest stuff that comes up with my clients and business at the moment. But you can develop a script for yourself. So the best way to do this is to get a piece of paper and just do a paragraph or as much as you want and journal exactly what you're feeling and thinking right in that moment, and then go ahead and tap on it. Oh, thanks, Glenn. Go ahead and tap on it. So, and then you can even it doesn't even matter how many times you tap through it. You can then go ahead and journal how you think and feel after the first round and then tap on that prose. But then there's also a nice cheap way of tapping, which I like to teach people, and it's to go and do a YouTube search of a guy named Brad Yates, and he has instructional videos on all sorts of different emotions, limiting beliefs, all sorts of things. And so you can actually just follow through his instructional videos, much like you did with mine, but they're for specific emotions. And I highly recommend you do these techniques. They're the type of things where it really is consistency when you're in that funk, and they will help you through it. And the results are just phenomenal. So if anyone's got any questions about that. I can't really see. I don't think so. Cool. No worries. So we'll go ahead and I will share my screen again. Cool. So working with a practitioner. Sometimes I think you can't see it for yourself. One of the things that I've been trained in is the communication and the things that my clients say. So probably the biggest piece of feedback that I get is that I go straight there, and that I really identify what that person's limiting belief is. So it might be, I can't think of any at the moment. I had a lady who was struggling with anxiety, and she said to me, cars are like weapons. And I was like, whoa, 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 where's that come from? And it came from her grandmother used to say it to her. But like the biggest limiting beliefs that I get with women in business are, it's too hard. I have to work hard to make more money. There's thousands of them. I'm sure, like, drop them in the comment if you got any others. And I think I've got others below actually. So sometimes you can't see it for yourself. You've probably done that for a friend or a client when you point out someone something that is seemingly clear to you and they're so surprised. Why didn't I see that? Firstly, it's your zone of genius, and secondly, you can't take an external viewpoint. Or you can when you're in that position, sorry. Mindset in particular needs the external viewpoint because we get so lost in our own stories. And the beautiful thing about hypnotherapy and NLP is that it really doesn't go over the stories. We quickly identify what's going on for you. We go back and release that thing using hypnosis or NLP techniques. And then or you can use the techniques that I'm teaching you today. And then we really set up your future so that you know exactly where you're going, and your subconscious can help you get there. So what do I do in sessions with my clients? The two most common things that I do is hypnoanalysis. So it's getting you into a beautiful, deep state of relaxation. In this state, you basically don't expect to be hypnotized, you just expect to be deeply relaxed. And this is the perfect brainwave state to elicit change. And so in this particular process, hypnoanalysis, it's to release any limiting beliefs or unprocessed emotions. And for anyone that knows timeline therapy, it's very similar. You are essentially doing pretty much the same thing, but under hypnosis. Then the other thing that I do for my clients is a customized hypnosis audio or hypnosis sessions to really set up your future. So it's like a vision board on speed. I want you to imagine that you're creating a vision board and you're getting so specific. How much money do I want to earn? Where do I want to be living? What do I want my family to look like, be like, whatever? How do I want to feel? Where do I want to be based? How many hours in my business do I want to be working? So we essentially map all of that out and then put it in a hypnosis audio for you so that your subconscious can really experience that. So your subconscious can't differentiate between whether the thing has actually happened or not, or whether you've just imagined it. So we are essentially setting up your ideal future so that your subconscious can guide you there, and that we can create new neural pathways in the brain to make it your new normal. So it's amazing. It's so, like, I'm absolutely so fascinated and passionate about this work, and it has completely changed my life. Like, just to give you an example, I had my daughter 2.5 years ago, and now I have my own business. I have just quit my contracting job, which was helping support my business because my business is going strong, and I'm essentially a therapist or a mindset coach in this area. So that's how quickly it can change your life. And it was quicker than that. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of study, etc., thrown in there, and life. So which techniques are you going to commit to? Are you going to do the emotional release visualization for stuck emotions and limiting beliefs? So how it works with limiting beliefs, that's the one where we checked in to see where it feels in our body. Essentially, you just, with the limiting belief, you would say something like, it feels I need to work hard for my money. So you'd say that over and over in your brain, and then you would check in with where that corresponding feeling is, and then go back and release it the same way that we did before. The negative thought transfer, so moving your thoughts to a different part of your brain. That's a really good one to do as soon as you notice yourself falling into that negative thought pattern. And then EFT tapping, and then intensively working with a practitioner to take it to the next step. Obviously, that's, you know, only for people who are really interested in that. And this webinar goes through, it's really to show you all the things you can do on your own. And then, you know, there'll be a small percentage that wants to take it even further. So how would you like to feel about your business in 2019? I'm part of the Heart-Centered Soul-Driven Entrepreneurs Facebook group, and I jumped in there and asked people, how do you want to feel about your business in 2019? And people came back with fulfilled, grateful, pumped, confident, excited, sure, curious, invigorated, organized, calm, successful, secure, enthusiastic, creative, unleashed. I just thought these were so beautiful, like so cool. And everyone came up with such different ones. And for me, I would love to feel grateful, pumped, sure. I feel like I already feel sure. I'm definitely already enthusiastic. Unleashed is pretty cool. And for me, it's like free. Yeah, anyway. So how would you like to feel about your business in 2019? So this is a really great way to, in terms of mapping out your future, how do you want to feel? But I also want to put in a little disclaimer here, and it's about going for that high vibe, happy state all of the time. So we can absolutely build all of these things into your future, but I want you to do it realistically. So to not have the expectation that you're going to feel high vibe or happy all of the time, but to go for a really strong, resilient mindset, because the number of clients that I get who are working in the high vibe space and want to keep themselves high vibe, and they come to me and they feel so deflated because they've had a bad week. So I'd prefer for you to go for a strong, resilient mindset, and in doing that, we can feel more of these things more of the time. So I hope that makes sense. Drop in some questions if that's confusing at all. So how to embody the you that you need to become in order for 2019 to look and feel differently. So entrepreneurs can be very good at setting their goals and their dreams, and so this will apply to everyone, but can you visualize it? Do you feel connected to it? Does it feel possible for you? How does it make you feel? Does your vision hold strong, or do you lose sight of it in times of stress? So that is where this work that I do is really mind training. So it's about setting you up so that you feel so connected to the vision that you have for yourself and your business and how you want to think, feel, behave differently. So connected to that. So let your subconscious experience that so much that it becomes your new normal. So we're just going to try a visualization today. So if you just go ahead and close your eyes, and I just want you to take in 3 deep breaths in a timing that works for you, and I'll slow myself down too. That's it. Breathing in calm and relaxation. Breathing out any tension in your body. That's it. So now that your eyes are closed and you've slowed down your breathing, it's time to relax your eyes, paying particular attention to your eyelids. I want you to relax your eyes so that they become so relaxed and so heavy that even if you tried, you could not open them. Some people like to do this by imagining they're stuck down with glue, others as if they're made of lead or concrete. I just want you to do it in the way that works for you, noticing how when you do that, your eyes become even heavier and more relaxed now. Now I want you to imagine that you're at the top of a beautiful staircase. There are 10 steps going down to a gorgeous king-size bed below. And as you go down the steps, you go deeper and deeper into relaxation, just to a level that feels comfortable for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and gently flopping yourself down onto the bed below, feeling beautifully safe, secure, and comforted. That's it. So now I want your subconscious mind to go back to a time when you felt beautifully calm and confident. That's it. Really letting your subconscious search for that time when you felt beautifully calm and confident. And if you can't quite pick a time, I want you to pretend that you can see yourself as beautifully calm and confident. I want you to step into that experience, step into yourself in that experience, and really feel into some of that calm and confidence. And now I want your subconscious to really look at this experience and take in any lessons and learnings that will help you bring these feelings of calm and confidence into your future. Gathering up any resources, attitudes, insights, ways of doing things. You may not even be consciously aware of these things. Even just visualizing yourself, gathering up these resources, insights, really gathering up the calm and the confidence so that you can take these feelings into your future and utilize them wherever suitable. That's it. It's almost like they'll be easily accessible for you now. And then as your subconscious does this, I want you to really integrate these changes, them becoming a normal and natural part of who you are, bringing you all the way back through your past to the here and now. That's it. Nice job. So now I want your subconscious to picture a future version of yourself that owns your dream business. And if you're struggling with this, I want you to pretend that you can see your future version of yourself that owns your dream business. That's it. And now I want you to go in and step into this future version of yourself and try it on for size. Take a look around you. What does your business look like? How many people work in your business? How much money are you making? What services do you offer? How much time are you working in your business? How do you feel? What are you thinking to yourself? Or what would you like to be thinking to yourself in this place? What other things are you doing? Where are you living? Who is around you? And just take some time to notice, what else can you see? What else can you hear? What else can you feel? What else can you taste or even smell? In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I get to 5, you will return to full waking consciousness with a clear mind and ready to enjoy the rest of your day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Coming all the way back into the room, ready to enjoy the rest of your day. So now I just want you to take some time to notice, how was that for you? Now, this was a pretty quick version of what we would do in sessions, or even like the tasks that I set people or send to people on my mailing list. So don't be too hard on yourself. Start to really step into the curiousness of it all. And I feel like all of my clients, whether they be clients in the mindset coaching side of my business or clients that are coming to me with emotional struggles, I think that if we can step into a place of curiousness and a state of curiousness and going, ooh, what was that triggered me? And, or was I able to visualize my future? That type of thing. Rather than a place of shame, we really step into a place of power and we can work out what we're going to do next. So how to go even deeper. This is my sale time and I'm so excited about this one. It's a Black Friday sale and you guys are the first to know about it. So I'm doing a 2-session package plus follow-up for just $250. Normally it's $400 for that 2.5 hours. One session will be in December 2018 and is focused on releasing your biggest mindset wobble, but we can really pack in, it's a 60-minute session, we can really pack in, it'll probably be much more than just your only one. And then the next session is in January to really set up the future you and includes a customized hypnosis audio that you can listen to daily. And so that's the one that I referred to as like the vision board on speed. That's where we really set up your future. You can listen to it daily. Your subconscious gets to know it as though it's already happened. You're creating new neural pathways in your brain and it is just amazing. The other day, I actually realized that I haven't done one of these for myself and I am going to do that because I just think it is the most amazing tool. I've also got payment plans available, 2 monthly payments of $125 or 4 fortnightly payments of $62.50 just to make it nice and easy. And bookings can be made via email at anthea@mindfly.com.au. And I'm giving you all the way till Wednesday next week, the 28th of November. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to have the Black Friday sale over the weekend. And I'm also going away tomorrow to Hawke's Nest with my family and I'm not going to get back till Monday, so it's a little bit selfish, but I'm like, why not just extend the sale to give people more time to think about it and jump in. Cool. So any questions? I've actually got a couple of questions already lined up, but feel free to jump in the comments to let me know if you've got any questions. Hopefully. Cool. No questions so far. Cool. So the questions that I received before the webinar for people that couldn't attend were, how do you wipe the slate clean? So I think that really the first thing you need to do is we need to check in with whether you believe that the slate can be wiped clean. And so that would definitely be a limiting belief. If you feel like these mindset wobbles are with you forever, they've been with you forever, they're genetic or whatever, then that's definitely something that needs to be shifted. But then the next step is to really step into that state of curiosity as to what, identifying what your mindset wobbles really are and what your triggers are. But I can obviously help you do that. But then also to do the work. So do the techniques that I've practiced or that I've showed you today. And really, like, whether you're working with a practitioner or you're working on your own, or whether you're a coach and you know this or other stuff, like, nobody is immune to this stuff. Life, we get mindset wobbles no matter how much work we've done. especially when we're in business. I feel like it's a personal growth journey on speed. And essentially, you really just need to get curious and do the work. That's the biggest thing. And stay consistent until you've followed it through. But in saying that, like if you're working with a practitioner, it's pretty quick to shift some of these things. So then the next question was, how can we keep the good memories of 2018 without hanging on to the past? It was a good year for me, but I'm attracted to a fresh start. So one really good thing that I would suggest here that I haven't mentioned today is gratitude journaling on the good stuff of the year, to really embed that. And one of the things that you can do, the gratitude practice that I really like to do, is what is one thing that you've been really grateful for today, or that you are really grateful for today, and 5 reasons why. And the reason that we do the 5 reasons is the 4th and the 5th reason is normally the hardest, and that's where you get the shift in the neural pathways, because it's challenging you to think of those 4th and 5th things. But then also get clear and clear any limiting beliefs and unprocessed emotions, and then really build up your future so that your subconscious has something to move towards. Really get specific with what you want. And this is not really from a manifesting point of view, like that might happen too, but I'm more interested in, that's not my zone of genius. My zone of genius is really aligning your subconscious with what you want, because you don't know what your subconscious is capable of getting you, and also getting your brain to experience the new feelings as though they've really happened, so that they become your new normal. Cool. Any other questions? I don't think so. Brilliant. Oh, competition time. I almost forgot. So I might stop sharing here. Hello, hello. And I'm just going to go to random.org. We had, this is, you're in the running. If you participated in the share challenge, you're in the running to win a 90-minute session with me. And we had 85 entries. So I'm just going to pop that in. And I'll let you know the winner. The winner is number 54. Who is number 54? Drum roll, please. Someone, can you do this? Linda Sheargold. Yay, Linda, I'm so happy for you. She's not on, but I know that she even told me she put perfume on to come here today, so maybe she is, and I just can't see her. Don't know. Congratulations, Linda. Yay, yay. Cool, cool. I'm just going to stick some music on. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I've really enjoyed myself, and I feel so grateful to have such a beautiful audience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, hope to see you soon. When I see your face, never pass a month of May. Oh, darling, I can't stand it when you